happy day. Hi, Shirmy. Hi, baby Jojo. Can I come in so that I can give you some food? Okay. Good morning, Frizzle. Good morning, baby Clean. Good morning. Good morning. Where are the lavenders? There you are. I didn't see you yesterday. I was a little worried about you. Come on out. Come on. I'll go back. Hey, baby Clean. Baby Clean just started laying beautiful blue eggs. So lovely. Good morning. Owl, right here, laid one dark chocolate egg and then has never laid again. Most of the babies are laying now, but not fully because we're only getting like 6 eggs a day and we have 12 birds that technically are all of age to lay. And that's Jojo. Jojo's our favorite, and she sings these beautiful songs. Let's see if I can get her song. She gets a little intimidated by everybody else. Let's see if I can get her song on camera. Hi, sweet Jojo. She's getting picked on. Hi, folks. This is Chloe's favorite, folks. All right, I'll leave you now. Hello. I woke up this morning and it was like my who I am now self got to witness my past self of yesterday, of last night, feeling pulled in a million directions. There were cookies that I had started to make. They didn't taste right. I tweaked the recipe. I made some more. They didn't taste right. I abandoned the whole project. The bowl with batter was just sitting out. David hidden the cookies up in the counter so the cat couldn't get them. There were dishes from dinner. It was just like so much. And that's what living with ADHD is like. It's like you wake up each day and you kind of look at what your past self either did or abandoned or how many projects you started, and you're just like, whoa, the overwhelm. I love a fresh start. I love the mornings, and I have so much more energy in the morning. So I tend to save things like cleaning the kitchen, all of just the like pulling it all together projects. But then I do that and I immediately am in something else. I'm planting seeds, I'm cooking something, I'm organizing something, I'm tearing the fridge apart to, whatever. Like there's always something going on. And then it never feels caught up. It never feels peaceful. And so I've been challenging myself. And one of the ways I've been challenging myself is to say, okay, your brain does not function like someone else's brain. Your brain functions very specifically, and you know how it works. So what do you need to do? And one of the main things that I've been working on for a long time is how can I get the kitchen to be as clean as possible before I go to bed? And that's really challenging because I'm not a night person. One of the tricks that I've found is that I prepare dinner earlier in the day. And I know that this isn't possible for everyone. But if I can do make ahead meals, or I can start the meal at 11 o'clock and have a dinner, even if we eat an early dinner, like a late lunch kind of thing, if we can have that one warm, nutritious meal, then I might have the energy to actually clean up after myself and get things a little bit more organized. So that's one thing that I've been working on. The next thing I've been working on is just saying, okay, pick a couple places. Don't try to tackle the entire house. So I've started with the kitchen island. It did not look like this when I woke up today, but it's good now. And the table, which we're in the middle of a construction project, so it's not looking so good, but Dave said when he comes home from the gym, he's gonna help me and we're gonna get that cleared off so we can eat dinner on there tonight. And then the living room. So just one room that I know there will be no clutter, there will be no mess, it will be kept clean, and there's very little maintenance I need to do on it because I've worked so hard on that room. And beauty is the thing that moves me, that inspires me, that motivates me. And so keeping each space beautiful is how I get to the clean, is how I get through the clutter. I'm not motivated by cleanliness. I am not, but I'm motivated by beauty. So in the living room right now, there's very few things I have to do other than vacuum, a little bit of dusting, taking care of my plants, and then arranging the pillows on the couch, and usually doing once a week wiping down the leather couch because the dogs sleep there. So that can be really helpful. And then I'm moving on to different spaces. So I'm saying, okay, I've been working on the living room for a couple months now, and it really feels like it's gotten there. Like I can wake up in the morning and walk into that room and go, yeah, this is good. This is good. And before there were piles, there were clutter. I was hiding stuff behind the couch. Like it was just crazy. I still have a couple things I'm hiding behind the couch, but mostly it's cleared out. We always know where the remote control for the TV is. You know, we put things in their places. The only thing that looks a little out of, with a little chaos is that's where my seeds are right now. And so I'm trying to keep the seeds as they come in as organized as possible. So, I just heard the oven. I put the rest of the cookies in the oven and I didn't set a timer. So that's what I'm gonna go check on now. So living with ADHD, you burn a lot of cookies. You burn a lot of cookies. That was a blessing from the oven. It beeped, it made a noise right at the exact time that I needed to go get those cookies out. So the next room that I've committed myself to, now that the living room is really under control, is the kitchen. And this is absolutely the hardest room for me because so much happens in here during the day. We do so much in here, but it's really my domain. And I want that to spread through the family a little bit more. I want the kids to come home from school and maybe they find the plate of cookies on the counter, but that's it. And the kitchen is clean, so they can make food. They know the dishwasher is ready to be, you can add your stuff into there instead of just dumping it on the counter, that kind of thing. So this is my next project, is this space. And so there's a few things that I do that I need to find a new way through. One of those things is I keep the chicken food here and I keep the eggs. So whenever, look how beautiful the green layers just started laying. So whenever I use an egg or the kids use an egg, we put it in this bowl and then I just come along and crunch the shells. I love the sound of it. And then this whole bowl is gonna get dumped out. I'll probably dump it out onto a piece of cardboard or something and just go through once more, get the shells really fine, and then we add that to the chicken's food. So this adds calcium back into their body so that they can continue to make those beautiful eggs for us. So I don't mind that so much. That usually stays right there in the corner. But then we tend to put like food scraps that we're gonna give to the chicken. I find Dave's cups all over the house, so I often just tuck them there, and then I'll tuck mine there. That's some bread that needs to go to the chicken. This is some tea I made. I wasn't sure what to do with it. I'll move it over there. And then this is where the dishes dry. So this isn't terrible. There's nothing terrible about what's happening over here, but this kind of visual clutter and chaos is really tough when you have that ADD brain. And the best thing you can possibly do is have a place for everything and know that everything has a spot to return to. So sometimes when I do dishes, it's like, well, I don't know where this goes. This cabinet is too cluttered. What do I need to do? So this is what I'm going to tackle over the next few days, probably this week and this weekend, is I'm going to go through each drawer, each cabinet, and make sure that everything that is in this kitchen has a place, so that, like, this is the jar that I make tea in with my homemade herbs. And after it's done, I know that actually doesn't belong there. See, I know that my tea jar goes right there. And this was something that I had an idea for. See, again, this is the way the brain works. So then I know I can put away that tea jar. And this is intuitive for a lot of people. A lot of people, this is not something that takes a lot of thought to know, oh, I need to have a place for things. For me, it is not intuitive. It is like, move it here, pile it here. I move this napkin bowl around more than I can even possibly tell you. So I have to figure this out. Where is the place? And it's fine. Like, I move stuff all the time. It's fine to move stuff, but like, it needs a place. It needs a place. It's not just, this is where I dump stuff when I'm trying to figure out what to do with it, or it's like has a waiting game. So I'm thinking the eggshells will stay. The chicken food will get a bin in the refrigerator, so that anybody going out to do the chicken, to say hi to the chicken or whatever, knows that this is the bin of food that can go out to the chicken, our food scraps that are available for the chicken. That way it's not on my counter, and it's staying good in the fridge in case it takes a while for us to get it out there. Then, we are going to be replacing these counters at some point, and I'd like it to be a nice counter, and I want to get out of the habit of just leaving dishes on it. So I'm trying to teach myself, okay, so if I've done dishes by hand and they're sitting on the counter, then the next time I come into the kitchen and they're dry, then I need to put them away. And so it's just this practice that I need to get into the habit of before I start a new cooking project, before I do something else, just get those away. And right now, that's really simple. I know exactly where this bowl goes, and I know where this frying pan goes. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now while I'm talking, because it just goes, it goes under there. And what the heck, we'll get this away too. So this one, see if I can turn you. All right, and this white bowl goes up here, and white bowl go. All right, so there's that. You can see this is the room over there where we're doing the construction, so it is pretty close to the kitchen, and that is, again, that's hard for me that we have all of that going on and it's unfinished. So the more peaceful I can keep this space, the better off I can feel, and we can all feel. Like, Dave was doing plastering and he was coming into the kitchen, and every time he came into the kitchen, even if he'd already cleared out the sink was filled with stuff again, because I'm always going. We have, between us, we have 5 kids and 3 live here full time. So it's a lot of rotation all the time. So this is my new plan. This is what I'm doing. Do you want to see the paperweights? See, this is ADD. I'm just trying to be real. I'm just trying to be real. Look at the paperweights. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? I just saw them in the back there. And I'm not, you know, I'm not censoring this video. I'm not like trying to calm myself down. I'm not like trying to do crazy edits. I'm trying to show you exactly what it is like. This is what it's like to live with a brain with ADHD. You're kind of going like this all the time, all the time. So when I'm thinking like of all the videos I want to make, I had a million ideas of videos I want to make. I've started 3 of them. And today I was like, you know what if I just show right now what it's like, who I am, and what I'm working on, And here's the thing, we all know people in our life that are very ordered and, you know, like don't have clutter, very clean, all of that. You can't assume that they're not inside of challenges like this too, because once you figure out a system, I do believe you can live that way, that you can have such beautiful freedom inside of your space to experience like what that's like in the morning, to wake up and not walk into your past self having left you in an avalanche, basically. So 1 room at a time. The living room taken care of. The only other thing I want to do is like paint that mantle, but 1 room at a time, 1 room at a time, 1 room at a time. So now we're in the kitchen. And here are the cabinets on the island. And underneath, inside of these, like this will fall out when I open this. This has to be dealt with before I can really say like, I know where to put things and I have a place for things. This is a nonsensical mess in there. And I've never really understood how to use spaces like this because they're so big and you can't really stand things up. If you put things on top of each other, it's really hard to get to. So that's one of the areas. This drawer will be one of the things I tackle. This one's not so bad. I had done this one a while back. This is my spices. Not too bad. And then this is where Tupperware and water bottles are. It's not terrible. It needs a little tidying up so we can actually get to things better. But it's not too bad. And the windowsill, I'd like to just clear that off a little bit. This shelf has been working really, really well. So it's really just this counter here. And when we finally get new counters and a new sink, I'd like a white porcelain sink. I just want to already be in the habit of this. I don't want to be doing it so that I can, you know, because I have these new counters, I want these new counters as a reward for being able to keep up. This is another area that feels a little cluttered, but I really do need to keep these in mind when I'm cooking because we do need to handle those. These shelves have worked really well. I think they're really beautiful. We took the cabinets off. This all was shelving here. This hood we put up. It had a microwave here. Didn't like it. We would like to get a new stove, a gas stove at some point, a white stove. Again, those are all things that like the old me would have said, like, we have to do these now. We have to figure out how to do it now. And we're not rushing. We're not rushing anything. So it's fine. We painted the cabinet, sanded, primed, and painted all the cabinets. This is a beautiful black color, even though it kind of looks like a navy blue. And then this section's not too bad either. Got more open shelving here. I tend to keep like something that I need to remind myself I need to use these onions. We've got the eggs from the chicken. They're beautiful. And then over here, this all got yucky and dusty with the drywall. I'll clear that off. And then this is pretty good. I've made us a bread basket. That's been working out really well. That's odds and ends and cat treats. Jars up there. My mixing bowls here, baskets up top. They're hiding a few things inside of there. So it's got a good foundation. I've been working on this. We've been working on this since last winter. I think we're a year into working on this. So it's really the inside spaces that need to be organized and then just getting a handle on this. And I will. And I love that I just put those two things away. My goal really is to be able to take this off every day and let the towel dry off. But as it's been standing right now, we're just like constantly have something going. But I would like a little more space in that department. And then I'm not gonna go into the dining room area yet. You can see this is where that couch is displaced from the work we're doing, and then the table's covered because we're doing some projects. But this is the last little nook in the kitchen, and I'm hanging aprons here. This is my box that needs to go outside once the snow melts, because to put down on the ground. No dig. Cardboard boxes. I can't find my head. And these are vintage hooks that I am enamored with that are holding the aprons, and then this beautiful vintage thrifted, I think I don't know if it's chalk and watercolor, charcoal watercolor, I don't know, but it's beautiful. And little touches like this are the beauty that gets me going. So got a lot to deal with here, but basically, where'd my light go? Basically, this is what I'm working with now. This is my new challenge. This is what I'm going to focus on, so that each morning when I get up, I will have that same feeling that I feel in the living room about this space. So that is a little glimpse into homemaking with an ADHD brain. I wanted to bring you along to see where I am and what I'm thinking about, because that's the bigger picture. We can make pretty little videos and be all cute and do projects, but that's the bigger picture. That's where I am now. And it's something I wanted to focus on and start talking about a little bit more, because I don't see a lot of people out there doing simple living, making home, homesteading, things like that, who are really talking about that and addressing that. It often looks really curated, and life gets messy. So thanks for being here. Appreciate you. If you'd like to help support this channel, hit that cute little thumbs up button, and you can subscribe and all of those things, and leave a comment. All of those things help a ton in supporting the channel